Hi everyone, I'm here with William Pellin from Team Cherry Games. We're here to check out Hollow Knight. They brought it here to the PAX and as part of the Indie Showcase.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Hollow Knight for those who are not familiar with it.
Yeah, cool. So this is a game that we've been working on the past year or so. It's coming out for PC, Mac, Linux, Wii U, maybe some other systems. It's like a 2D action-adventure game. You're like a bug, you're hacking around in like a little bug's world. Yeah, we had like a Kickstarter for it last year, which is successful, so we've been working on it since then. It's been good fun.
Absolutely. Now, Team Cherry, the team. Now, how did you guys get together? How did you, start Hollow Knight?
Yeah, so anyway, we thought it'd be fun to do a few game jams here in Adelaide. They have them at the Adelaide Uni. So did a few of them, just like a few 72-hour game jams, cranked out a few games. And that was great fun. So we took one of the characters from one of the jam games, started making like another game, which is this one, just for fun, until eventually thought it was decent enough to have a crack at kickstarting it. So we got like 60 grand on Kickstarter, which was enough to actually start full-time development, like proper, start a whole company and everything. So now we've got like a little office in town. Yeah.
Great. Now, obviously, I've known you for some time. Those of you may not know, but we went to reception together. You actually were quite a big influence with me with gaming in general.
Yeah, let's go.
It must be a pretty surreal experience to be here at Penny Arcade Expo, making a game, bringing it to a big audience. How does it really feel to be at such a big event?
It is surreal is a good word. That's the one I use a lot. It's crazy to have come this far, and even it's hard because it's a really hard, it's hard work, and there's heaps of it. And so sometimes it's you have like a moment of clarity when you step back and look at what you're doing. You're like, man, I mean, yeah, this is great, and this is what I've dreamed of.
I saw you at Avcon when you brought your first public build to it. The beta is now out.
Yep.
You're obviously getting feedback from a lot of people here on the show floor, but also online from the beta. What's that like, and how is that helping you shape the development of the game as you're going forward?
We've been lucky because feedback's been mainly really positive, so we don't have to change too much, which is lucky because we don't really have much time to change stuff anyway. One of the big things we've heard over and over is that people really like the characters of the game, the NPCs and the story. So that teaches us that, that's obviously something we need to keep including. We get a good grasp of the difficulty and how long people spend in the beta. So we're like, oh yeah, cool. We've got X amount of areas left, so we've got about X amount of game time, that type of stuff.
You've all obviously stepped away from full-time jobs and that type of thing to take on Hollow Knight full-time. Obviously, there's some sacrifices involved with that. Do you have any advice for anyone who's perhaps thinking about doing indie games, about getting into it and stepping from perhaps the hobby to the more serious side in terms of getting their games out there?
Yeah, I know. Have a girlfriend that'll basically pay for everything, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It takes a while to start making money for sure. I mean, with what we're doing. I don't know. Just always be making stuff to start off with. I mean, I spent years and years just with proper part-time or full-time jobs, but just making stuff in the background at the time.
What's next after PAX for you guys? Obviously, you're going to take away, you've got more developing to do, more work to do. What are your main priorities going into the future?
Yeah, just finishing that. yeah, it's just going to keep powering through. So hopefully we'll be releasing, well, I'm not going to give a release date.
2016 confirmed?
Yeah, for sure. We'll see.
Okay, and just one final question, I guess. Metroidvania gets thrown around as a term to define your game. Obviously, there are a lot of influences in this game. Perhaps you'd just like to list some of the games which influence you and the team that have helped shape what Hollow Knight is.
Yeah, sure. One of the couple of ones that Ari and I say all the time are Fax Xanadu or Far Xanadu and Zelda 2. A lot of old NES games that because the core of Hollow Knight is kind of simply controlled, a really simple core, but just and then builds up on. Stuff like maybe Mega Man for the controls, and then obviously stuff like, Metroid, Castlevania, maybe a bit of Dark Souls in there as well. Yeah, that type of stuff. We've stolen a lot of ideas.
Hey, well, that's the way to do it. Look, thank you very much for joining us, William. Good luck for the rest of the show. Good luck with developing Team Cherry, and all the best.
Cool, cheers. Thanks, guys. And something I'd even considered. So to go from... they know what's happening, and just making stuff in my spare time. I must be really oily, so the bugs are sucking up my juice.